Gentlemen, welcome to our debate today, and let's give all of our debaters a round of applause for participating today. Woo! All right, we'd like to first welcome Jared F. for the government as the position of the Prime Minister for a speech that should not exceed 3 minutes to introduce our topic and decide what we are talking about today. Your timekeeper will be Jonathan. Remember, Jonathan, make sure you hold up those fingers so everybody can see. Please watch Jonathan for your time, Jared. Mr. Speaker, are you ready? Yes. Mr. Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yep.
Yes? All right. Whenever you're ready then, you may begin.
Hi, my name is Jared Foote. My name is Jared Foote. I would like to thank my partner Rebekah for supporting me today. I'd like to thank the opposition, the judges, timekeeper, and audience. Thank you all for coming here. The topic today is, should dorm students have a set bedtime? And we believe that our dorm students at St. Paul should not have a set bedtime. Our reasoning for this, our first point is that they might have more time to study. If they do not have a set bedtime at, for example, 10:30 or 11:30, they may be able to use that time for studying and still get the sleep they may need, and not have to worry about waking up as early in the morning to do their homework. Our second point, they can do other things during that time as well, such as if they need to clean their room or do laundry, whatever the case may be. And then our third point is that day students may not have a set bedtime, and so if they may not have a set bedtime, they can do all those things. It may only be fair that dorm students can do the same thing. So to recap, we would like to state that without having a bedtime, you might have more time to study. And it can help improve. It might be able to help improve grades. You may be able to do other things such as cleaning or doing laundry, whatever you may need to do within that time that you have. And then that other people may not have a set bedtime, so it might only be fair that we may not, or the dorm students may not as well. I'd like to thank again my partner for being here, the opposition for debating with us, the judges, timekeepers, and audience. Thank you, and vote for government.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
1:44.
1:44. Thank you very much. Will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Howard to prepare his arguments, please? 1 minute, please. Okay, thank you, Mr. Timekeeper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give Howard a warm welcome as the leader of the opposition. Please, a round of applause for him. And we welcome him as the second speaker for the debate, again with a speech that should not exceed more than 3 minutes. Okay, Mr. Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
I'm Howard Cam, and I'm the leader of the opposition, and I would like to thank my partner Maddie and the government, and thanks to the audience, judges, and timekeeper for your time. And this topic is, should dorm student has a set bedtime? And I think they should have a set bedtime. So the first point from the government is more study time to improve their grades. But dorm student has already have their study hours, and you should be able to finish within an hour and a half. If not, you could do it like during 9 to 10. And shouldn't stay up that late, because you might get sick, because different people have different body types, so you might get sick due to like being late and that late. And the second point is clean their room or do something else. But you have like most of the time after school to do like cleaning your room or doing something else, but not during the time like having a late bedtime to do these things. And the third point from the government is to compare with the day students. And students who live in the dorm are the people that who choose to live in the dorm, or maybe have to be live in the dorm because they live so far. And so, but like when you choose to live in the dorm, you have to follow the rules. And so, my first point is to counter the first point is dorm students have their study hours in 9 to 10 to finish all their homework. And the second point is they have like after school to finish everything. And compared with the day student, they're the one who choose to live in the dorm, so I have to follow the rules. And so I would like to thanks to my partner, government, audience, judges, and timekeeper for being here. And vote for government at opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
153.
1:53. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Rebekah to prepare her arguments, please? Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Timekeeper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to our third speaker of the debate today, Miss Rebekah, with a warm welcome. Give her a round of applause. Yeah, don't clap or anything. Hey, thanks, folks. Yeah, thank you. All righty. And we'd like to remind both Miss Speaker and Mr. Timekeeper that, again, this speech should not exceed 3 minutes. Mr. Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Miss Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hi, my name is Rebekah Sell. I would like to thank my partner, Jared, and the opposition, and the judges and timekeeper, and the audience. And we are the government, and our topic is the whether or not dorm students should have a bedtime. And we, as the government, say that dorm students should not have a bedtime. The points that opposition made was against ours was they already have study hours, and if that's not enough time, they can work do it 9 to 10. But we say that not all people have study hours, and some people may have a job which will affect their time being able to work. And then their second point was they have time after school to do the homework, but not get their chores and cleaning stuff done. But not all people have time. They have sports. Some people have sports after school, and if they also have choir, they may not have time. And then the third point was that people choose to live in the dorms, and if you choose to live in the dorms, you have to follow the rules. But it may not be everyone's choice to live in the dorms. And we would also like to bring up a new point. College students, some college students do not have a bedtime, and then so that it will help prepare for the future if we go to college and getting our work done. And I'd like to go over my topics or my points, and it's not all people have study hours, and some have a job. Some people have sports after school and may not have enough time. and it may not be everyone's choice to live in the dorms. And if they, and some colleges also don't have a bedtime for school. And I'd like to again thanks everyone and vote for government.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
2:46.
2:46. Thank you very much. Will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Maddie to prepare her arguments, please? Thank you, timekeeper.
What was her time?
2:46.
2:46.
46. Okay, thank you, Mr. Timekeeper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and welcome our fourth speaker for the debate today with a round of applause, Ms. Maddie. And we would like to remind both Ms. Speaker and Mr. Timekeeper that this is a speech that should not exceed 3 minutes. Mr. Timekeeper, are you ready? Okay, Ms. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hi, I'm Maddie, and I'm the member of opposition, and I would like to thank my partner and the opposing team. I would also like to thank the audience, judges, and the timekeeper for their time in listening to this debate. During this debate, we are discussing whether dorm students should have a set bedtime or not, and as the oppositions, we are choosing that they should. The government stated that not everyone has study hours, but everyone has the option of study hours even if they're off. The second point the government said is that not everyone has time, like they have sports or work. If you know that you don't have time to do other things, you should manage your time better, and you could do things earlier in the week when you know you have time and just plan out your week. The third point that the government made is that college students don't have a bedtime and day students don't either. But when you live in the dorm, you should not compare yourself to college students or day students. You know that you have a bedtime, so you need to manage your time better if you know that you're not going to get everything done. As a review, our 3 points that we made is everyone has the option of study hours even if they're off. Time management, you should manage your time better if you know you aren't going to have enough time. And you should not compare yourself to college students or day students when you know you have a set bedtime. Again, I would like to thank my partner Howard, the opposing team, the audience, the judges, and the timekeeper, and vote for the opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
1:42.
1:42. Thank you very much. Now, please remember, Howard, we're coming back to you for this next speech, okay? 1 minute on the clock, please, for Howard to prepare his arguments, please. Bless it. Bless it.
Time.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the opposition just one more time to this debate with Howard's speech. Let's give him a round of applause. And I would like to remind both speaker and timekeeper, this is a speech that should not exceed only 2 minutes this time. And remember to not add any other new points. All right, Mr. Timekeeper, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
I would like to thank my partner, government, and audience, judges, timekeeper for being here to debate. And the topic is, should we have a set bedtime? As an opposition with this we think we should have a set bedtime. The government stated we should have more time to study to improve our grade. But dorm students already have study hours in 9 to 10, but like students that have off study hours should be able to have their responsibility to finish their studies in their time since they have good grades. So they should take their responsibility to study. And the second point is they think that they should do something else during that time. But we stated that after school we have a lot of time to do whatever that we want. And people may be athletes, but being an athlete should be able to do time management. And people who choose to live in the dorm should have to like follow the rules and be able to do their job. And we shouldn't compare to the college students that they stay at the extra point, and that because we are high school students, so we shouldn't compare with the college students since they have different workload and stuff. So the first point is more study time. So we have study hours in 9 to 10, and we should take our responsibility to finish study and do something else during that time. And we should be able to finish things after school. Even though you're an athlete, you should be able to do your time management. And we shouldn't compare college student and high school student. And I would like to thank my partner, the government, and the audience, judges, timekeeper for being here for the debate, and vote for opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
153.
153. Thank you very much. And would you please, Mr. Timekeeper, put 1 more minute on the clock for Jared to prepare his arguments. Remember, Jared, fight what is given right before you. Please fight what is given right before you. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our final debater for today. Jared, to the microphone, please. Let's give him a round of applause. And we'd like to remind both speaker and timekeeper that this is a speech that should not exceed 2 minutes only. All right, Mr. Timekeeper, are you ready? All right, thank you. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Speaker, you may begin.
I would like to thank my partner for being here and supporting me. I would like to thank the opposition for debating with us, and the judges, the audience, and the timekeeper for watching our debate today. In review of our debate today, we would like to address that some students may not have time right after school. They may have a job that they may need to go to. They may have choir, and choir most of the time does not get out or may not get out until 3:30. If the sport starts at 4 o'clock, half an hour may not be enough time for the student to get all their homework that they have done for the night and to get ready for their practice and arrive to their practice on time. Our second point the second point that the opposition stated was that we should be able to plan ahead of time and manage our time more wisely. And we may not know at the beginning of the week what we have, and if a teacher, for example, might say on a Wednesday night you have this, this, and this on due Thursday, you may not be able to prepare for that in advance because you may not know. We would also like to state that we are not comparing our dorm students or any dorm students to college students, but rather saying that it may help them prepare for the future and how they need to get used to maybe having more time and using it wisely instead of having a set bedtime. To review, we would like to say that many people may have jobs or other extracurricular activities and may not be able to have that time right after school before whatever they may have. We may not be able to know at the beginning of the week or prepare in advance as things do suddenly come up, and then we are not comparing but rather planning and preparing for advance. Thank you to my partner for being here with me today. Thank you to the opposition for debating. Thank you, judges, audience, and timekeeper. Thank you.
Okay, all right, let's give him a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
158.
1:58. All right, let's give all of the debaters a round of applause today and thank them for debating. Well done. Thank you so much.
Wait, what was Howard's time?